was banned from owning firearms, but he didn't shoot George Floyd. If the court really wanted justice, they should have chopped off his fucking knees.
Oh, hi guys, welcome back to the Shannon Show. Hello, if you're new, so today's video is going to be a reaction of Death to 2021. I hope everybody is doing as well as can be. And I really do hope everybody is being as proactive as possible in supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. And if you're still on the lookout for some resources, I've linked some in the description. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts on my commentary. I'm always up for a chat, I'm always up for debate. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, give it a dislike, no hard feelings. And if you really, really like this video, consider subscribing and helping your girl out. So, Death to 2021. As I'm filming this, it is the new year, it is 2022. And yeah, I was ready to say goodbye to 2021. It wasn't my best year. Reflecting back, I definitely did have some highlights, things that I'm grateful for. But overall, not my favorite year. Favorite year. I'd be interested to hear from you guys. How did you find your 2021? How was it? How was it? I know this is some sort of special. I think it's a comedy special. I didn't watch the 2021. I feel like it's like a standalone piece, so I won't be lost. So yeah, this video was commissioned by the lovely Lisa. Thank you so much for your support. If you want to commission a video, sign up to my You Are The Captain Now tier on my Patreon, and you can commission a video once a week. And all of my patrons, regardless of tier, got to watch this video a month or so earlier, as well as access to the unrestricted edit, because on YouTube there's only a limited amount of footage I can use. So if you want the full reaction experience plus those other benefits, check out my Patreon. So let's get into it. Right, gracias. Headphones. Let's fucking go.
I expect you want to know my preferred pronouns. Well, I don't have any. I don't have any. I do not dance the wokey-cokey, so you can call me whatever you like.
No, because I actually was going to a cafe and there was literally some old man outside, like some old white man outside that was like saying like, oh, like saying like all this conspiracy stuff, like the vaccine's trying to control us. And he's like, oh, you can't even say he anymore. You have to say they. And he sounded so disgusted. Oh my God. And the people he was bothering at their table, because this is just random people who still could see, were like, oh my God, I'm just trying to enjoy my pastry in peace.
2021. A year that made 2020 feel like a mere prequel.
Yeah, honey, it was definitely the prequel. Definitely the prequel. I thought 2020 was bad. I think 2021 was worse, honey. I actually didn't really mind 2020, to be honest.
Is that earth water?
Yes.
Science.
He probably wants that alkaline water. I got some relatives out on that.
2021.
Oh, the O2.
We can get this done.
But the optimism doesn't last long.
I forgot that happened. Like in 2021.
Did Antifa terrorists infiltrate the camp in Arizona disguised as voting machines? Just asking questions.
And that's how they are as well.
And I go back a long way in DC. I saw Watergate. I witnessed Clinton's ejaculation. I was in the room, stupid, like a Muppet reboot of the Vietnam War.
The revolution is televised and live streamed in a blizzard of chaotic cell phones.
And the fact that there was just no police there was absolutely ridiculous.
The rioters are simultaneously bad and good citizens, committing crime, yet comprehensively self-shooting the evidence that could later convict them.
One of them was a bison who disguised himself as a human.
They caught him, didn't they?
This is our house. This is our country. America!
Look at very American, shawty.
That's clear footage of you.
Yeah, I was there. But I was only there to lend peaceful support.
And also your right to smear your own shit on the walls.
I was writing, which also counts as speech, actually.
Oh, people did actually do that, didn't they?
that this was really my generation's Woodstock. Although I don't actually know what a Woodstock is.
Wasn't that a festival?
Trump calls off his confused minions.
We have to have peace. So go home. We love you. You're very special.
Special indeed.
He says go home.
Donald Trump has asked everybody to go home. We're staying! Okay, then stay, motherfucker. I don't give a shit.
I had nothing to do with charging anybody or anything or any of that. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Inside the fucking building.
This is not... This thing is actually really useful. It monitors my heart rate, it monitors my blood pressure.
They denounced him. Then they denied, they denounced it. Then they denied the whole thing ever happened. Then they denounced anyone who denounced their denials.
No wonder America decided not to have a president for a while. They just got this little old caretaker man in to keep things going until they could work out what to do next.
Constitutional order is restored when, in a reverse exorcism ceremony, the ghost of Joe Biden is installed in the White House.
Not the ghost, Shady.
Biden promised an intensive program for his first 100 days in office, just in case he didn't make it beyond that.
He didn't say we should stick bleach up our assholes, or mock the disabled, or brag about sexual assault. It was like he didn't know the meaning of the word president.
I mean, Biden got some allegations, girl. Hate to break it to you.
I'm not someone who likes to define himself by mainstream brands, like a Pfizer or a Moderna, especially if they haven't paid for product placement.
I mean, in the UK, the NHS was actually paying influencers to promote the vaccine.
Yeah, just as good as any other IPA.
Not any IPA, you know.
Tonight, researchers are closely tracking a new COVID variant now spreading rapidly through New York City.
Oh, the variant.
But just as the vaccines offer light at the end of the needle, ominous news reports reveal deadly local variants.
Why they got people up? Why did they film inside the hospitals like that?
Why did these new viruses have to come from overseas? We should be making variants here in the U.S., not importing them. Make American germs again.
One strain soon comes to dominate the news agenda: Delta.
Oh, I remember Delta, when Delta made its premiere.
Of lockdown variants and a new wave of depressing news reports. People are forced once again to adapt their lives to save lives.
Yeah, it was like 6 months.
Dating app. Only swiping men in masks to be on the safe side. I even went on some Zoom dates, which are actually good because they can be really efficient.
No, I feel like if we go in another lockdown again, I'm deleting all the apps. Because I'm not doing a Zoom date. I'm not doing a Zoom date, I'm not doing a park date.
The first TV hit of the year is Bridgerton, a gritty expose of how wealthy and good-looking people had sex in the past.
True, but I enjoyed it.
Headlines with people of color playing members of the British aristocracy.
It's great that someone who looks like me could one day grow up to become Duchess of Hastings.
I mean, they definitely could have had more black-speaking roles, in my opinion.
It's fantasy, not history.
Well, then the whites are erased from their own fantasy, which is worse, because where does that end?
Yeah, the white people that were butthurt, it was giving jealous. It was giving jealous.
Real-life British nobility is anything but, according to no longer royals Harry and Meghan in a riveting TV interview.
Oh! The Meghan interview. That was juicy, that was juicy. At the beginning, they were taking long, like, why are we seeing you? We don't care about your hens, bitch. We want to get into the drama.
Outrageous.
Well...
No, I will not have it. I will not have it. You tell me one thing that implies that the royal family might be racist. Go on.
I thought it was really refreshing to see a member of the royal family sit down with a TV interviewer and it not all be questions about whether they're a pedophile.
That I needed to know he was sharing with me, right?
It's hard to believe she didn't Google him. I mean, come on. You do that just to find the best fucking tacos near you. Never mind a husband.
Yeah, I don't buy that, Meghan.
Me? Look at me.
She travels in a golden carriage wearing a crown.
That is not showing off. That is pageantry. Traditional royal pageantry.
Yeah, oh my God. It was, you know, the justifications were really mad, really mad. I had a lot of people come for me when I uploaded my reaction.
And I believe she deserves our respect.
After the interview, Prince Philip withdraws from public life permanently by dying. Millions watch the somber funeral of His Royal Highness Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh.
Not Edinburgh.
He made headlines for racially insensitive comments.
He was not a racist. He simply had a racist sense of humour.
Oh, that's British gaslighting for you, honey. British people are in so much denial about their racism.
I saw it was all about fish, and I thought, I love fish. And chips. Yes, please. I love this. So I watched it, and now I can't eat fish anymore.
I've heard this.
Every documentary means one less thing you can eat. I'm not even going to risk Squid Game because I love calamari.
The New Look ceremony features many innovations, including, for the first time in Oscar history, a moment of reflection for those who have been canceled this year.
Oh, J.K. Rowling still has her crazy stance. Oh, Dr. Zeus. I mean, I think Justin Timberlake will come back. Oh, Army, yeah. Well, I didn't hear about that one. I don't know who she is. Oh, she's still alive and kicking, but she was doing some sus stuff. And Matt Damon's still gonna get booked and busy.
Sitting dispassionately as he is found guilty. Outside, news reveals jubilation.
Yeah, I feel like this was definitely obvious that he was going to get found guilty in this case.
The attorney argued his client should receive probation. He was basically saying, we'd like the court to look into the possibility of starting an actual civil war.
That would have definitely started the civil war.
He was banned from owning firearms, but he didn't shoot George Floyd. If the court really wanted justice, they should have chopped off his fucking knees.
Oh. Okay.
Democrats are now proud to invoke their right to bear arms, while Republicans start to reject pricks.
When they run out of guinea pigs, call me.
Donuts from Krispy Kreme, Shake Shack fries in New York City.
You just think of this when you think of vaccination.
You know what? I wanted my free pizza and I wanted my free donuts as well. Like, they started offering free shit after I got it. Rude. Fuck me.
So, are you vaccinated, Kathy?
I refused to have the vaccine twice, so I am double non-vax. I got a small to medium sniffle and a medium to heavy cough and a low to very low oxygen count.
So this is great. This guy wants me to put a mask on. That's a deep state elitist dress code, and you can't make me wear one, okay?
It's not actually that bad of a disease. You know, it's just like having a light summer cold, except that maybe you need a machine to help keep you alive.
Conflicting data streams, different sides of the same coin. I know our users value the freedom to flip that coin themselves.
Is this a Mark Zuckerberg parody?
What about not dying at all?
It should be obvious that we don't want our users to die. Our share price would crumble.
The oppressive, stifling heat wave searing the West is tonight delivering some of the most dangerous temperatures of the year.
That summer. It was nice and hot. But it was bad for the environment.
That's how hottest days work. We also had a coldest day. Does that mean it's gotten colder or hotter? I'm just asking questions.
Of mice.
Oh.
Dark and on cue, they're here in their thousands, scurrying, scratching, stinking
Absolutely
mice.
not, honey.
Isn't a mouse problem, it's a mouse plague.
The macabre news only intensifies as pest controllers release snakes in.
Oh, bitch, I'm moving out of the country.
As mesmerizing as it is apocalyptic, water, previously considered the opposite of fire, bursts into flames in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, yeah. that was definitely giving apocalypse.
Earth looking increasingly precarious, thoughts turn to how to protect our most beautiful and precious resource: billionaires. Self-promoting, self-indulgent space extravaganzas, shooting themselves as far from the dying planet as coins will allow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do want to go to space at least once.
Alan Shepard, the first American man in space, and now we got Richard Branson, the first unnecessary man in space.
He wasn't actually the first unnecessary person.
Spaceship.
Days later, more astonishing scenes as the gentrification of space continues. Another rich kid's dream is live streamed as ultra-billionaire and world's most eligible skull, Jeff Bezos.
Really rather poetic and inspiring about it. This self-made man proudly thrusting his penis into the heaven.
The Afghan team failed to win a medal in Tokyo, but at home in Afghanistan, the Taliban are about to take gold in the shooting.
I suppose the American soldiers are like everyone else these days and want to work from home.
The pace of the U.S. withdrawal surprises everyone.
Yeah, they really just packed up and left, honey.
Is the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No, it is not.
و امارت اسلامی را مجاهدینش هم تلاش میکنند که در افغانستان باید صلح و ثبات ایجاد شود. پور فراری و مردم تنها گذار.
I know they scare women and whatever, but actually, looking at their socials, the band seem pretty chill.
Not the band, honey.
Cool. So they go boating, hitting the merry-go-round. Love it. At the gym, gotta work on those guns.
Deciding not to block the measure which bans abortions after 6 weeks.
They call it the Heartbeat Act, but you can't hear a heartbeat in any of the lawmakers.
Informing on your neighbor is a very Christian practice. If Jesus had never been snitched on, he'd never have ended up on a cross.
Girls, and I just let them know that I was here for them and that if they wanted to meet up or talk about their sexual choices, that I was really open to that. And I didn't hear from any of them, though.
Period.
Well, I've had a lot of fights, and I like fighters, and I like the toughness of fighters. They don't play games.
The French thought they should be involved, but then it would be, fuck us. Fuck us? Are you kidding? We'd be laughed off the face of the globe.
Luring audiences back into the theaters for the communal experience of watching Bond kill people, get out of cars, and look handsome.
Literally. I took my dad, and it was so boring.
You can't pause the film when you need the loo, so I had to go right there in the seat. And I'd forgotten that's not okay either.
You wouldn't have missed much, to be honest.
Because they do not want people like me anymore. Now it is James Bond double woke 7. The name is Bond, James Bond, he/him.
But the biggest screen hit of the year is disturbing South Korean splatter jamboree, Squid Game.
Okay, I need to skip this because I haven't finished it yet. I don't want to be spoiled.
Tonight, the massive outage, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp.
But I was really limited in where I could post it.
For a few hours, with nobody validating their existence, many users assumed they had died.
No, I remember that day.
Oh, when Facebook went down, I immediately did a reaction video for it. No! But I was really limited in where I could post it.
Few hours with nobody validating their existence, many users assumed they had died.
None of us could use social media. It was like being Donald Trump for an afternoon.
Action from you is more likely to get a click, a comment, or reshare.
Her testimony receives 7 likes, 3 loves, 2 cares, and an angry face.
We found maintaining a sense of limitless fury keeps our users engaged. And if they're engaged, they must be enjoying themselves. Even if they're desperately unhappy. In fact, especially then, because desperate unhappiness also equals greater engagement.
Yeah, that is true. I've had a lot of miserable trolls try and come for me. And I play with them every time. And I leave them looking stupid every time.
Human impersonator Mark Zuckerberg.
Not like the real Facebook full of sex pests and perverts. That's who's actually going to be in the metaverse. They should really call it the Me Too-verse.
Yeah.
I was impressed. Zuckerberg's avatar actually looks like a more lifelike version of him than he is.
Now that the whole BLM thing's been fixed. So what I wanted to do was flip the script on that. So I actually went to Greenland to see the melting icebergs for myself. And then to a wildfire in California. And a beach party in Cancun. And a beach party in Cancun.
And was that a climate emergency?
No. But you gotta relax sometimes.
How did you get to these places?
Private jet, obviously. But because the purpose of the trip was to persuade other people not to use fossil fuels, technically, I mean, it's carbon neutral.
I agree with the protesters. There is no Planet B. I've had space probes looking for it for a decade.
I'm sure they're looking into that, those billionaires.
Scenes at the conference as the compromise deal is announced. COP President Alok Sharma openly weeps, only adding to already dangerous sea levels.
Think about it. You could go on a road trip to see the Titanic. Whoa. Wouldn't that be epic?
Today's Nazis want to eliminate 90% of the global population.
They're fucking ridiculous.
A significant number still insist on their right not to get the shot. Unfortunately, COVID still insists on its right to infect and kill them.
Which is almost the entire country in which there's a high degree of viral dynamics, you should wear a mask.
That was ridiculous. Like, if you don't want to wear a mask, that's ridiculous. But telling other people to take it off, that's even more ridiculous.
Ask politely but firmly, would you please take off your mask? Science shows there is no reason for you to be wearing it. Your mask is making me uncomfortable.
As Christmas approaches, urgent news of the gift no one wanted.
This morning, another worrying new COVID variant surging abroad.
A highly contagious new variant, Omicron.
No, Omicron.
Means that current vaccines may not be as effective, and we could see an aggressive upward trend in cases, hospitalizations, and deaths.
I can hear the forcedness of the accent in it. And I think it's about time that they actually hire someone with an authentic African accent.
Madman. I love him. I would. Don't you want to talk about Ghislaine Maxwell and Prince Andrew? Huh? Actually, I can't talk about that in case I'm called as a witness.
No, because, you know, the fact that none of these politicians are, you know, none of them have cases after she got convicted is suspicious.
And have you been vaccinated, Madison?
I told you, I wasn't going to talk about that.
You know what? I do think a lot of these people these right-wing reporters have gotten vaccinated secretly.
Out of my studio! Just get the fuck out! Hey, you want to get a little shot of this? Get this for your social media? You kiss it, baby!
They constantly yell at each other, amplified through social media and TV.
I remember that video.
Opportunity to say, Jeff, if you're watching this with a tube down your throat, please just send me a text to let me know that you're still alive. Oh, my operating system's going to update tonight. Something to look forward to.
You're filming this. This is the deep state in action, and they say it's not real. Your masks are offending me. Ow! You're hurting my arm. Oh, I can't breathe. This is oppression.
I've been in it since 2016.
What have you learned in 2021?
I learned that when I say the phrase, I was in the room when...
Your OBE to hand. OBE. One bottle enclosed.
We done? All right. What's up, guys? Just wrapped up with Netflix. Can't wait for you guys to see what I've been up to. Can't say too much. Kind of a hush-hush sort of deal.
What is it you're working on?
It's a concerning new variant that I just discovered.
But yeah, that was a cute little kiki. That was a cute little recap. It has been a crazy year. I didn't realize how crazy it was because it just feels like the last 2 years have been, you know, together. But yeah, let me know what you thought of this special. Let me know what you thought of my commentary, as always. If you want to send me a request or commission a video, you can do that on Patreon. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and if you have, don't forget to hit my notification button so you know my next video is dropping. Till next time, guys, bye.